Hi, welcome back for part 2 of Stadiums of Premier League and Microsoft Flight Simulator. First up, we've got Burnley. Now this is in the middle of sticks, it was so hard to find. And then I discovered a little trick. You type the coordinates in and it just appears right in front of you. But I just spent about 2 hours looking for this, so I appreciate it. Not great detail on these stadiums in the north for some reason. There's another good example of this next in Leeds, which is up now. It just kind of, they don't look that good when you get really close to them. I'd love more detail, it'd be brilliant. Some of them you can tell what one it is straight away when you see it, but I've noticed the ones in the north aren't quite so detailed as the ones in the south. I mean, I'd never know that Selling Road, never. But hey, maybe Leeds fans will recognise it. Well, it's got a nice part of the country anyway. Lovely surroundings, eh? Let's just do another quick look before we move on. There we go, Ellen Road. Next up, former champions Leicester. There we go, Leicester King Power Stadium, I believe it's called. Well, it's quite nice. I noticed there was another stadium on the left there, so I sort of swung round. I think that might be like rugby or super rugby or whatever it's called. I don't know anything about that sort of sport. Football's the sport for me. But I noticed it was there, so I had a little swing by it, and you could tell from markings on the field that it's definitely not football, so I'm not sure. Like I say, maybe it's some sort of Super League, that's what it's called. See, it's not football. And then we'll just swing by the King Power Stadium, which looks quite nice actually, set by the river, but not great detail, which is a bit of a shame now, eh? But you can't have everything, can you? Okay, now we're talking Liverpool, champions of the Premier League of course, and this one was brilliant because Everton's right across the road as well, which you'll see in a sec. There it is. How good's that? I didn't two stadiums next to each other. I didn't have to go searching. Love it. I actually didn't know they were as close as what they were. I knew they were sort of, someone said across the road from each other, but I never thought it was literally across the road, so it's quite interesting. Liverpool seem to have a bit more space outside their stadium, a lot more greenery and stuff, whereas Everton seems to be in the middle of all the houses. So let's just take a wee swing by Anfield. There we go. Again, not great detail. It's a bit of a shame now because it's quite a nice looking stadium when you see it on TV. And Goodson Park, let's just have a wee whiz past that as well. Again, look how close they are. It's amazing, isn't it? Really close. Goodson Park's one of these ones that looks a bit flat, I think. Yep, there we go. Look at that. It looks like it's been demolished or something. They may as well demolish it given how rubbish they are. But yeah, not a good joke for Everton fans. I'm sure Liverpool fans will appreciate it though. Okay, let's just have another wee swing by the stadium. There we go. Lovely. And of course you can't do Liverpool without Manchester City. The Etihad, I believe it's called. Hope I'm saying that right. So let's have a wee whiz down. This one looks quite nice from there, but it's not really that impressive when you get a bit closer. And there's so many stadiums about here, so I don't know what that's all about. Obviously this is some sort of training area over here. I'm not sure what that one just down at the bottom there is. I'm not sure, maybe it's the old stadium or something. They haven't demolished it yet, I don't know, but this is obviously the new one. And there seems to be some sort of hotel or something with a football pitch in the middle. I don't know what that's all about. There we go, Manchester City. Obviously the other part of Manchester's coming up next. So let's have a look at that, shall we? Now Old Trafford confused me, I have to say, because it's just to the right there. But I thought it was like a hotel. So I sort of just swung by that and I'm going, what is that? And I was just messing about the camera, and then I noticed the pitch slightly peeking behind it. See it right there? And I was like, oh man, it's not a hotel then, it's the actual stadium. how accurate that is, I swear it doesn't look like that, but it doesn't look very impressive at all when you swing into it. Look at that, it's not very good, is it? Just looks like some sort of casino with a big garden at the back of it. So nah, wasn't too impressed about that. But still, let's swing round, have another quick look. There we go. I guess you can kinda see that it's Old Trafford with a big huge stand at the front, but I wasn't too impressed. But there we go, what can you do? Looks nice for the top of the sky. Newcastle, look at that, lovely. This is another stadium that looks quite nice from the top of the sky. So let's just zoom in and I'll show you how bad it looks from the bottom. Because it's not looking that good really. Actually, what I didn't show the video here, but I actually landed on it. I was quite impressed about that. I should have really showed you that, shouldn't I? I should have just landed on it and walked around this flat piece of surface. You can see the sort of detail in the stadium. The grass looks terrible. What are they doing in Newcastle? I mean, it rains enough. Sheffield United. This one looked quite nice from the sky again. But you can see the detail there. You can tell it's a football stadium. The grass looks greener than Newcastle's for one. Looks like there's a lot of industrial stuff in this town. That's probably why it's an industrial town though, isn't it? But yeah, check that out. Certainly lots of big buildings about. I don't know a lot about Sheffield. I didn't see Sheffield Wednesday Stadium anywhere, so I presume that's in another part of the town. But let's just have a wee whiz in, have a quick look. There we go. Big buzz, and again, as you get closer, it's not very impressive, is it? Just looks like a concrete slab really. So it's a shame really. It'd be nice to have more detail in these stadiums, but as we looked at the ones in part 1 of the video, if you've not watched that video I'll link it in, but as we watched part 1, you could see a lot more detail in some of the stadiums. Some weren't detailed at all, but some did have some detail which made them recognisable, but this is just concrete slab and it's not very impressive. It's a shame. But oh well, what can you do about it? Finally, we have West Brom. This one I could have done in part 1 because it's kind of nearer Birmingham, but I didn't really think about it to be honest, so I decided to leave it for last. But maybe they'll be in last place anyway, so maybe it's appropriate, I don't know. Seems a nice part of the country, lots of lakes around and stuff. Finding the stadium, as you can see it in the distance there, was quite easy enough. It certainly sticks out. And again, it looks quite nice from above, but once you get close again, it's not. It's just kind of flat again. But still, you can see the details there, but it's just not. It's not great, is it? Anyway, if you enjoy these videos, please let me know because I'll be happy to do more. I'm planning to do the Scottish League next, and I might also do Bundesliga or La Liga, some of the bigger stadiums. Have a look at the Bernabeu and all that, the new camp. So if you enjoy videos, subscribe, I'll do some more. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time. Bye.